Alright guys, we are in, oh shit, okay, literally no brakes. Alright, yes, pedal all the way to the floor, and this thing doesn't really want to stop. It's actually kind of scary. I'm just trying to pull it into the garage here. Okay, nice and steady, because if not, I'm just gonna run right into my garage. Alright, so I'm assuming that's how the customer drove it over to my garage using emergency brake. So I'm pushing the car all the way over to the right here because the leak is on the left side of the car, or the driver's side. Okay, so let's go underneath the car and get up, get a good look at this. So here goes the brake lines, and I'm not sure what section is leaking, but you can see all of this is pretty much wet around here, so it really doesn't matter what section is because the whole thing is going to get replaced, or at least this whole section right here. And I think we're going to end up doing both lines since they're both looking pretty sketchy. The good news is, if you follow the lines up forward, it starts to turn into a decent line up there. But because of its location and it's so close to the ABS module, I think we're just going to go straight to the ABS module. Not even worry about trying to splice into those lines. Just, you know, from here forward, it's going to be an all new line. But if you follow it backwards, see, it's going to come, they take a turn behind this cover right here, and then they come out from the cover looking brand new. It's almost like, you know, that part in Willy Wonka when the car goes through the cleaning machine with all the bubbles, and it goes through dirty and just comes out the other side looking brand new again. So here goes the lines, and on this side going towards the back of the car, we are gonna like just splice into the lines. So we're gonna have a splice in the going towards the back, and the front is gonna go all the way to the ABS module, and all of that's gonna get replaced. Okay, so looking from underneath the hood here, the two lines are, let's see, I don't know where I'm at. Okay, it's those two lines way down there. That's hard to see. But anyways, they come around, they bend, and they bend again, then they come up, and they feed right into the ABS module. Okay, so just for the heck of it, I'm going to go ahead and push the brake pedal. And let's see if we could see it leaking out of anywhere. Oh, there it goes. Now there isn't much brake fluid left, so that's why we're not really seeing that much come out. It's pretty much empty at this point. So we're going to start off by removing this plate right here. It just has a bunch of 10 millimeters holding it on. Alright, so far nothing's breaking, so it's good. Nice. Let's see if these things will come off. Okay, so it came off. It's not really a nut. It's just one of those, I don't know what to call them. These little things, if the camera would focus. Okay, so it's these little things right here. You can see this one's already cracked on the side. But that's basically what's holding these up, and I only have a few more to remove. Come on. I'm really surprised that nothing is breaking. That's good. I'm not complaining. Alright, so we should be able to move this stuff down, kinda. Oh, it's stuck in place pretty good. Okay. There we go. Nice. It's exactly what I wanted. Alright, so we just have a few more of these little nuts holding everything in place. Oh, this one's looking angry. Huh. So look at this. Come on, little camera. Yeah, so the whole outer piece just spun right off, and the center piece is still attached. So that's pretty much useless. Probably still get that off with a set of pliers or something. Let's try the other one. This one looks like it's already gone. Yeah, pretty much. Come on. Okay, so this one came off. Alright, so this one is just about off. Sides just grab these and there we go, pulled it right off. Okay, so that's loose. Got to get this one off. This is definitely a job you want to wear your glasses for. There's just so much potential here for crap to get into your eyes. So I got this piece off. And now that's free. This one should be free already. And we are. Okay, so there it goes. The whole unit just kind of dropped down, as you can see. And now we could work on it a lot easier. Okay, so here's my game plan. You can see this is where the lines are rotted. Makes this bend here. And this is where we have some very good looking lines, so I'm going to use this. And this is where I'm going to put my splice. But what I'm going to do, since we're messing with two lines here, one splice is going to go right here. You can see I'm doing it between the sections of where the plastic tie downs are. So one of them is going to go right here, and another one is going to be offset over here, if that makes any sense. Because if I were to cut both of them right here and try to put two fittings right here, it's just going to be big bulgy things rubbing on each other. It doesn't look nice, and just not good in general. Okay, there we go. Let's get it off of here. Oh, that just really hurts my hands. Alright, one more. Okay, that does not want to come off. Maybe if I hit it with some penetrating fluid. Right. There we go. Alright. So as you can see, now I have some extra space, but let's make a little bit more space. Alright, so it's nice and good. We got plenty of space now to get the little mini tube cutter in here. But let's try to get the rest of these plastic hold downs off. Okay. Oh, crap. Alrighty then. Okay, so we got plenty of, as you can see, we got plenty of space now. You get it separated from another line. And here's a mini tube cutter I'm using, so pretty much the smallest one I have and the only one I have, so this works out perfectly. What I'm going to do is just right in the center. Now the thing that sucks is I'm not going to be able to get this job done tonight because I don't have the union fittings with me. I'm going to have to go pick some up tomorrow at the store. But I just wanted to get started on the job tonight, you know, get the jump on it. And, you know, just do whatever I can tonight. Because I have some work lined up for tomorrow morning and I don't want this to hold me up for too long, so. There we go. So here was our good section, and we're gonna get this bad section out of here. I'm gonna try to keep it in its original shape. I don't want to deform it too much because I just want to use it as a guideline when I'm bending new line. And I am gonna be using I don't know what is the nickel copper line. It's easy to work with. It's perfectly safe, and yeah, just make the job that much easier. It's easier to bend a line and all kinds of stuff like that, and to make the flares, it's just a breeze. So that's what I'm gonna end up using. Okay, so here's the line I was talking about. It says right there, nickel copper. I got a small roll of it, so it's what we're gonna use for the brake lines. It's really easy to work with, really nice and forgiving. And this is what I was talking about earlier, the union. It turns out I do have one, so that's good. That means I could get probably at least one of these done tonight. But this is all it is right here. And basically you would grab this fitting and you slide it over your, you know, your new line. So you slide it over, you make your flare, and then you could go ahead and tighten this onto it. And then you could go ahead and make your camera focus just like that. Okay, then you grab your other piece, put it over the other side of the line, obviously. Again, make your flare, and then you combine it, and you have a nice tight safe seal right there that is not gonna leak, and you'll be all set. Combo breaker. Sorry, I know lighting is horrible underneath this car here. I'm trying to do what I can so you guys can see. Does that work? Kinda? Not really? Okay, I think it's good enough. So, yeah, let's go ahead and continue taking this line off. Oh, God, jeez. Ow! Ow! Oh, I feel like I just broke a nail right there. Jesus Christ, that hurt. Oh my. Alright. Yes, not only women can say I broke a nail. Seriously think I did. Alright. Okay, now I have brake fluid just dripping on me like crazy. Let's probably get a prying tool. That might really help. Okay, so let's pop that out of here. And here we go. This whole section of the line is completely loose now, and there's not. I don't think there's anything else holding it going all the way to the ABS module up there. Okay, so the good news is I did not break a nail. It was this one right here that hit real bad. Looking pretty good. Okay, so I followed the line that I cut from down there,
And it looks like it's going to be this very first line going into the ABS module. So this one right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and disconnect it at the module.
Alright, I think it just moved. Either that or it did not move. Okay, no, it didn't move. Well, I can just make it easy on myself and cut the line right up here and just put a regular socket on there so I could remove it. Because even using one of these, it seems like it's starting to round off the nut. So I may have to just cut it, like I said, and put a regular socket on top of it. The first time you have to use a tool like this and you're missing a freaking size that you need. That really sucks. Alright, drummer, it's your time to shine. And I really hope I'm cutting the correct line. That would suck. You know what, let me double check it. Alright, it looks like it's the correct one. Okay, so it's definitely the right line, because now that it's dangling loose up here, I could just hear the whole thing dangling down there, the one we cut. So, good news. Maybe a little bit more trouble. And there we go. Okay, so line is cut and the nut is still on the ABS module, but now I could just put a socket right over it and remove it without any fear of rounding it off. So earlier today, my neighbor, his girlfriend's Mustang, which is the one that I just had in here recently, I did the back brakes on it and the slide pins were completely seized. If you haven't seen that video, go watch it in my, I think it was under Insta Mechanic. So go check that out. Anyways, he called me because the car shut off on her while she was driving, and he wants to get it towed over here, which he lives across the street. So essentially, it's like towing it to his house, right? So I told him, yeah, I'd take a look at it. I mean, but when I first went out there to go talk to him, he told me that it shut off, and I told him, well, it probably shut off because it's Ford. Anyway, yeah, he just looked at me with the most serious face. Apparently he didn't find it funny. And this thing, yeah, look how easy it's coming off now that we got an actual ratchet on it. Okay, so here's the piece. You can see that's where I cut it. And I know some people can argue about this, saying, you know, little metal chunks or debris, or, you know, from me cutting it right here, could get into the ABS module. But I really didn't see no other way. When I was using my my wrench here, that was you know, kind of made for this, it was starting to round off. You could see the corners right there, how they're kind of shiny. So it was starting to round off. So that's opening up a can of worms if I were to round off this head right here. So, you know, I took this chance right here by cutting it.